Edge trims are a galvanised steel formwork, a component that makes sure that you maintain the correct level of wet concrete on the slab, the floor, providing a neat and restrained edge for deck formwork. Support cantilevered slabs to the specified limit without temporary propping. They fit to blockwork, steelwork, ICF. Although ICF you tend not to need edge trims, although some people prefer to use them because it gives them the ability to keep that slab uniform all the way around the floor space. But you can pour the concrete straight up against the wall of ICF type building structures. However, edge trim is a really good component to use in blockwork and steelwork constructions. It gives you that ability to extend the slab edge off the edge of beam or block to give you that extra little bit of floor space. If you're building a wall up off the top, you can stagger the floor space out a little way and increase your square footage within that footprint of that floor. The edge trims are fixed the same way we fix the floor deck down with the same nails, and the operatives fit the decking, fit the edge trim too. We can curve edge trim around bends and corners. We can use it as shutter around service holes, pipes. Obviously minimum sizes do apply. Sometimes on larger pipes, service holes, they might need trimming steel to support those holes. But edge trim is a really good advocate for moulding the floor shape that you require in that floor space. We also use closure plates that will enable us to use full sheets of decking right the way across a bay, and then we'll use a flat plate both sides or one side to make sure that we can use full sheets throughout the floor without ripping a sheet down, and it saves us on square metre of volume of the actual decking as well, which is cheaper to use closure so long as the minimum gaps are within 300 millimetres either side of the building. Then it is safe to use closure plates. We use different gauges from 0.7 right up to 2 millimetres to make sure that we have the strength for any cantilevers or gaps that we're using it for. So everything's calculated and measured and made. Doing these installs for 25 years, and obviously industry standards dictate to a certain extent, but there's a lot of practical experience that we've had on site that we know what works and what doesn't, and fitters are extremely well experienced and versed at using closure plates to close gaps and reduce the gaps that concrete grout can be lost through.